Welcome back to Collective Perspective. We're going to talk about our 2023 collecting goals on episode 46 here. We're going to recap our 2023 collecting goals. Craig, do you have any idea what any of yours were?
No, but I think I failed because I just didn't do that much collecting this year, honestly. So, whatever they were, there's a good chance I did not achieve that goal. So, we'll see how this goes.
All right. If you would like, as a listener, you can go back to episode 24 and listen to what we had to say about our 2023 collecting goals. Be warned that we had some audio issues, but it's totally listenable. You can totally go and turn the volume up. You'll be fine. Anyways, um, I guess I kind of wanted to start this off with like some life changes to kind of like preface why maybe we did or didn't meet collecting goals. Um, Myself personally, I bought a car. Like before February, when I was talking about all these games I wanted to buy, before February, I had a car that was paid off and super cheap insurance, and now I have a very hefty car note and also expensive insurance. So that kind of that kind of took me. It changed, it's a life change.
Yeah, it makes a difference.
What about you?
Um, I got married. That's expensive. That's a big one. And then just in general, honestly, this past year I got really into other hobbies as well. Like I got super into Yu-Gi-Oh. So a lot of money that could have went towards games went towards just another hobby for a while, honestly. And it was kind of nice. It's not that, I mean, I'll always love game collecting. I'm always gonna collect, and in the future I'll probably get more hardcore into it again, like start buying up more games more often like I used to. But for about a year I had basically a completely different hobby of collecting and playing with Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So it was kind of fun to just do something different for a while, honestly. That and then getting married was expensive, so kind of a mix of those two things. Just a shift in interest, but I have not lost any interest in the hobby. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. I hear people talk about that a lot, and it's like encouraged so that it doesn't get stale for you to branch
Yeah, no,
out.
no kind of burnout kind of thing. Like
Right.
I, I don't know. I it's like I felt like for a long time I was just sitting on eBay for way too long and all these other different things, or like tracking prices that was not that it's a waste of time, but it's like I don't know. It kind of lost its spark for a little bit, and then uh we did an episode about it when it happened. But I sold my GameCube set and got a feasible chunk of money for that, just because it was the right move at the right time. And when I did that, going and uh, kind of buying back a couple of those GameCube games right away, I was like, man, this is the console to collect for still. I still love this. So, getting back into recollecting the GameCube set slowly, even though I haven't gotten too far back into it, has also kind of reignited that spark. So, but, never hurts to have more than one hobby. So,
Yeah. So I went back and listened to that episode. I took notes on what yours were and what mine were, and I think we'll just jump back and forth between mine, and yours.
heck yeah.
So I started saying the typical annual GameCube progress. I wanted to be at
Good
500
stuff.
GameCube games by December 31st, 2023. Today's the 14th. We're recording. So when I recorded that episode, I was at
Mm-hmm.
420 games, and I'm currently at 460. So that is halfway to the goal that I wanted to be at, exactly halfway.
Not bad.
Um, that being said, I did buy Pokemon Box and NCAA 2K3, which probably equate to 40 games on their own.
Pretty much.
So, big
Yeesh.
year in terms of cost for GameCube for sure. Um, yeah, I guess I don't have much more to say about it than that. I talk about it a lot. I post my pickups on social media and Discord and stuff. So, um, Yeah, that's my GameCube progress. I'm at 460 out of 554, less than 100 to go.
You are so close. It's so exciting.
Um, and your first one was to finish the retail PS Vita set.
Didn't happen. I've inched my way closer. So, as of right now, let's see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm 13 games away from the retail Vita set. So, I'm very, very close. I think that I could probably realistically do it not too far into the future now, which is good. But it's hard because a lot of Vita games that I need still are in like that really crappy $40 to $70 range, and I just it's the middle games that add up. You know, it almost hurts less when you buy like the $100 to $200 games. I know we've talked about before, but for some reason it's like, you know, when you need that random anime visual novel for $60, you just really don't want to spend the money on it because it's like I've already done that 70 other times, of course, collecting for the Vita. So
So you had 186 at the beginning of the year. So you picked up 20 games, which is very solid.
yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad. So I think if I keep that pace up, I could do it. So I'm
Yeah.
getting there. And then I'll still probably do limited run eventually, but it's not a rush because limited run is like, does it count? I'm not sure. So
You mentioned that the most expensive one you needed at that time was Invisimals, and I'm pretty sure you got that.
I did get that actually. I went and double checked. You helped me buy that, by the way, so thank you for helping me with obtaining that game. Uh, I believe that is the most expensive Vita game I bought. It was I think like 350, which is disgusting, but it's also, I mean, it is super rare. So and it's like if you go on eBay right now, I think all the copies are like 500 plus. So in the end, it was worth it. I'm glad I got it when I did. Uh, so it's not a headache. Everything left I need for the Vita is all obtainable. It's just a matter of, you know, spending $80 on Farming Simulator 18, which I don't want to do. You know, that kind of stuff. So, but we trucked along. We definitely made progress.
Yeah, very solid. My next one was to get more Sega stuff. Now, I sucked. um, I had a whole list of individual games that I wanted, mostly on Genesis. You know, I still am missing a lot of staples on the Genesis, and I think about it all the time. Like, honestly, I'm always, not always, but I do think about how badly I want to grow my Genesis collection. I look at this wall over there, and I'm just like, man,
It's
I
not
don't
enough.
I don't have freaking Golden Axe 2. Like, I don't have so many
You have
stellar
Rystar,
games. Yeah.
the
Um,
best Genesis game. I don't have it either. But
um, I think. Okay, so I wrote down my stats. The only one from that list that I had mentioned at the beginning of the year that I got was Sonic CD, so that's a cool one.
there you go.
And then I have the stats for the amount of games I picked up for for any Sega platform over 2023. Genesis, I got one game. I didn't even check what it was actually. Um, and then
Oops.
Sega CD, I just mentioned Sonic CD, and somehow I picked up 3 Saturn games,
Hell
but
yeah. The goat.
they were all they were all foreign games.
Oh, really?
They
They
were
were
all
all
imports. Yeah.
Hey, game is game. We'll take it.
So pretty lousy year for Sega for me. One of them was a Rayman game on Saturn, so that was a dub.
Ooh.
It was a European copy of Rayman on Saturn, so that was a good one. The other two were like dirt cheap eBay pickups. Yeah.
That's
So
so good though. Saturn is the one of the greats. So any game on that system is a win in my book.
so all right, so you ready for your second one here?
Let's see, what did I not do?
Speaking of imports, you said you wanted all PAL GameCube exclusives. I worded that wrong. GameCube PAL exclusive games. There's only 15.
Yeah, I didn't get any. So
You
I'm gonna
already
keep
had
it real
4.
with you. Yeah, so it's really funny and also kind of sad. I totally even forgot that was a goal I had. I don't think I've even searched for any GameCube PAL games this entire year.
You didn't sell
So
your current collection, did you?
No. So when I sold my GameCube stuff, I only sold the base 554 set. So anything Japanese, anything PAL, anything variants or big boxes, special editions, I kept all that. So I still have all those.
Nice.
But no, I didn't even look into any GameCube PAL games this year, honestly. For some reason, I made that goal because I think it just sounded like a fun thing to go for. And then, I went to Walmart with my brother-in-law and I was like, hey, they have Yu-Gi-Oh cards. So that's where that went.
This is not an episode for condemning. We're just checking in on each other here.
I know. As for the listeners, I would just like to let you know, I decided not to look at any of my goals from last year because I told Christian it'd be funnier for him to tell me and be like, oh, I forgot I was gonna try to do that.
Right. My next one. This one, boy, I checked this one off. Start my TurboGrafx collection. Okay. That sounds small. It only gets a tiny bit bigger with this. I actually said, word for word, if I get 2 this year, I'll be happy. And what do you freaking know? Picked this one up very early in the year. I got the Legendary Axe.
With the outer box.
Yeah, absolutely. I played a few hours of that one. It's a tough one, but it's fun.
Nice.
And then I specifically said, like, I know this console is known for its shmups and everything, but I just really want to play Bonk. And you were like, oh, why don't you play Air Bonk? And I was like, it's Zonk, Craig. Come on, bro. Anyways, I got
Shake
Bonk.
Collector.
I just got this, like, last month in November.
Perfect.
For a very solid
clean
price. Oh, yeah, the box protector will do that. No, it's...
Oh, that's fair.
It's pretty clean.
Shout out to box protectors.
That one was at Collecticon here in Houston, and haven't played it yet, but obviously will be playing some Bonk in my future.
Nice. That's really cool. So you 100%ed one of your goals. There you go.
Yeah, the only one I 100%ed.
Hey, they're still cool. Most people have 0 TurboGrafx games, let alone in the big cardboard box. So
you know what pisses me off though? They have these genres at the top, right? Like this one says adventure, and so TurboGrafx games will have a color on the spine. Why did they not put the color on the Legendary Axe? What is wrong with them?
My God, I will never collect for TurboGrafx 16. Never. It's not worth it if it's gonna be like this. That's gross.
There's actually a plethora of them that don't have a color on the spine. I was actually looking at Hyrule Vice on Instagram. He has like the full set.
Oh yes, which is so cool.
And he has them organized by color, and there's just a large chunk that's all black.
That's the way to do it, though. That's like when I had a ton of Dreamcast games. I had the white games together and the black games together. Not to, I feel like that sounds terrible, but it's just the color of the cases. And no, it's like even with my PS3, you know how there's the little red spine and then the bigger logo they did later on. I do all the little red spines together than all the big PS3 logos. I think it's just a better way to, if you separate the labels, as long as you clump them together, I think that they look pretty good. Like people complain about like Player's Choice on GameCube or Player's Choice on PS1 and stuff. It's like as long as you don't mix it in the middle, it still looks good. Or it looks better.
What I can't fix is Xbox 360. There's a lot of variety. Like when it gets to platinum hits, some of them are silver case, some of them are green, some of them
all over the place.
Yeah, the spines are all crazy. I don't know what to do about those. I'll figure it out one day.
Xbox 360 is actually the most egregious when it comes to spine changes. They changed it every other week just because they felt like it.
All right, your last one, or no, not your last one. Your next one. Get 10 decent video game pickups at Goodwill or garage sales.
I ain't getting none. I tried. This one I actually did try. I live very close to a Goodwill. I work next to a Goodwill, or close by to a Goodwill in a Savers, and I go probably at least once a week, and I never find anything, dude. Nothing.
Yeah.
One time I found a Darth Vader PSP at or there was a Darth Vader PSP at the Goodwill near my house, and I saw somebody else checking it out. So it's like I was just there a couple minutes too late, and I was like, well, that sucks. And then, I've gone there, and it's like they had an untested GameCube for like $100. It's like I tried my hardest. The best I would find is like a Madden or a Call of Duty on 360 or Kinect Adventures. So I did my best, but the thrift stores were not kind to me. And the garage sales were even less kind because I didn't find any video game stuff at garage sales this year during garage sale season.
Oh, you did
So
some
I gave
garage
it the old
sailing?
college try, but yeah, I did not have luck this year. It doesn't mean I won't keep trying because you never know. I've found the $60 or $70 game of Goodwill once or twice in my life, and that's pretty exciting. So I haven't given up yet, but just didn't have luck. Vegas is steep competition. It's
I
very
bet.
popular to thrift out here and to flip and resell. So
The year is not over. You still got 2 weeks, Craig.
true, but by the time this episode comes out, it won't even matter.
My next one. Okay, this is my final one. I just kind of listed 3 specific titles I would like to get in 2023. First one, Castlevania Chronicles PS1. I freaking did it, and I'm currently
Yes, you
streaming
did.
it. Almost done
Getting
playing
your ass
it.
whooped.
Yeah, I freaking spent like 4 hours trying to beat this level, and I finally did it last night. Praise the Lord.
It's a tough game. I'm proud of you. I know I couldn't do it.
The next one was Pocky and Rocky, loose for $180 ish. Did not
you do
get
it?
that.
Did you try? Like, were you actively looking for a deal on it or no?
Forgot all about that one. And then Contra 3 on Super Nintendo, loose. Also completely forgot about that one. This is why I got to get the GameCube set done, because the things I actually
Takes all your
want,
focus.
yeah, the things I actually want are not getting purchased. The Genesis games, the Pocky and Rocky, the freaking Super Nintendo, my favorite console. Never mind. I always go off on a tangent about how mad I am that I'm not buying the things I want, but whatever.
Like, I just have to buy Pokemon Box. I have to do it.
I just had to
Could
buy
buy
this
so many good games.
this piece of trash.
Yeah, that
the-
game sucks.
the the total amount of games I purchased so far, 2 weeks left, folks, is 240 in the year of 2023.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
Your
Let's
last
see.
one was, you also added on a few specific titles that you would like to pick up. They were all Super Nintendo titles.
So, oops.
Super Metroid. You were basically saying there's only a few like 10 out of 10 games that I know of, and I would like to own all of them.
Mhm.
You said Super Metroid,
Okay.
DK Country 2, and Super Mario World, and you said you'd be good with a player's choice.
That's true, I was. So, I got a really good deal on Super Metroid, and then I flipped it. So,
What?
I got one of those games. And then I ended up... It's because I got a CIB copy for, like, under $200, and I sold it for, like, $400. So,
Wow, you sold it to... No, you didn't sell it to Tyler.
no.
Wow.
So I did technically complete part of that goal, but then I got greedy because I was like, there's a lot of Super Metroids out there. I can get this again.
There you go.
It's like I am truly like the fake collector because I don't hold on to anything anymore. I'm so loosey goosey. I'm like, if it's not like a one of one, I'm like, I'll find it again. It's fine. And you know what? Overall, a lot of games have gone down in price a little bit, so it's like not really. I usually get pretty good with timing, so it's like if I just keep waiting to recollect the GameCube set, watch Pokemon Box just plummet, be worthless in a few years. How great would that be?
Yeah, how great.
Usually luck's in my favor, so
That's true. When Craig goes for a set, after he finishes it, it skyrockets.
time to go. Run.
So the Vita is very close, folks.
I know. I would start buying now if you want to. Because Lord knows as soon as I finish GameCube, as soon as I finish 3DS, all these things, they just... I don't know. I have some sort of useless superpower where I just know when to collect video games.
That's all we got for collecting goals. I imagine next month we will pick some new ones.
Yes.
All
need to
of
start
Craig's
thinking of those.
will be Yu-Gi-Oh related, and you'll hear me talk about video games.
Hey now.
No. But definitely comment.
Yu-Gi-Oh is cool. All right. Look at this dope card of Dark Magician and Blue Eyes White Dragon. Can't get that on the 360.
Drop a comment. Let us know what your collecting goals were, or just let us know what some
Yes.
of your favorite pickups of the year were. Yeah, we will see you guys next year. Happy freaking New Year! Happy holidays.
Yes, this is the last one of 2023. So, hope you all have a wonderful Hanukkah or Christmas or anything that you may or may not celebrate. Have a happy New Year. We appreciate you guys watching every episode.
See y'all in January.